All I care about is that Mook and I correctly predicted.
That's right.
The Cleveland Cavaliers would be world champions, and now the Cleveland Cavaliers are world champions.
How many games did y'all say they were going to win?
Hey, listen.
Let's not bring.
I already admitted that I was initially wrong in predicting that they would win in 5 games. However,
fair enough.
At the conclusion of our last show, we did give our final game predictions, did we not? And Mook texted me.
Did everyone?
Yeah, Mook texted me. He said the Cavs would win also. I can show you the text message.
All right, show me.
I think I said 6, or what did I say?
Initially you said 6.
You said 6 with everything.
But when you were, when you were,
you said 6 with everything down 3-1 and shit. Right?
No. But when
I knew though. I knew.
Yeah, he texted me right as we put our predictions. That gave me the confidence.
Can I see?
I'm
saying because I can make that like the header of the the.
Well, I don't have my glasses on right now, so it's hard for me to navigate.
All right, well, just make sure you get that.
Oh, sure, yeah.
When we upload it, I can just make that the
absolutely.
header.
Absolutely, I'll make sure that happens. Welcome,
because you got like Mook's number and shit. Right?
Absolutely.
What is it again?
Listen, I'm not trying to give his number out over there. You know how many women want to sleep with Mook? I'm not trying to put his information out there.
Yeah, I'm saying you can edit it out later.
What's the point of putting it on the air if I'm going to edit it out?
I'm saying you can write it down for me.
I'm saying you have his number.
No, I don't. You can text it to me.
This is his time, man.
You can text it to me.
This is his time, man.
How you don't have your own cousin's number? That's sad.
That's sad.
That's sad.
Sometimes you got to love in this family.
Like, what's that? Sometimes you got to delete people's numbers,
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
time, man.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the third, I guess, is this still considered a pilot at this point?
This is the first for, Wait. We got to introduce Mook.
We've already introduced Murder Mook. They know who he is.
I'm saying he wasn't here for the other.
He had other.
For the one before that.
Mook is copyright infringement. Mook murder.
Yeah, Mook murder. That's right.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah,
Mook murder.
I'll be getting the papers.
Oh, man.
Cease and desist, yeah.
So Mook is the fifth member and anchor of our team here, and he had some he had some scheduling conflicts.
Yeah, some woman coming through, and she was more
No.
Sorry.
See, now we're just putting his business out
the
there.
week before.
His daughter's birthday.
No, it was the woman that he's in a relationship with, man. Congratulations, man. That is fun, man. I'm proud of you. I love you, big cousin.
Kev, why are you playing different strokes in the background? I don't understand.
Because he wants to die. That's why.
Are you okay over there, champ?
Because that ass whooping in the hallway wasn't enough. Yeah. That's why, Son of a bitch.
My God. Alright, okay. Anyway, I can be serious for a moment.
Yo, do you have any ice in here, by the way? Because, this free iced tea is hot as hell.
He literally just made it.
Yeah.
Where the hell are the ice cubes at?
In the freezer? Maybe?
In the freezer for chicken.
Oh my God. Take the L, yeah.
Oh my God.
Take the L, yeah.
Alright, come on, y'all. Let's.
Alright,
pull shit up.
Our producer wants us to get on task, so we're going to get on task. So, quick recap of the finals. The Warriors
Blew a 3-1 lead.
They definitely blew a 3-1 lead.
LeBron State Warriors.
LeBron State Warriors. So, all along I've been criticizing Steph Curry. This is no secret. I've been critical of him this entire series. And I basically have been saying, where is the MVP? Where is the unanimous MVP of the regular season? I'm supposed to say now anytime I bring this up. Aren't great megastars supposed to lead their teams to the promised land like LeBron James did? In moments like this. I'm sorry?
Did LeBron last year?
He did not last year.
Okay.
And no. That's a fair point. He did not last year. Although he did put up historic numbers, he did not get it done.
Absolutely.
He did not get it done, and he was criticized.
His team was hurt, though?
No excuses. No excuses. He was criticized for it, and I have no issue with that because he's a megastar.
Excuse me. If I could just interrupt the
let him finish.
But on that same token, Steph Curry is now, trying to be that megastar. So he should definitely face some criticism for his lack of showing up in the finals. And don't give me average 20 points. I don't want to hear that.
25.
Whatever. He didn't. I don't think he averaged 25.
25.
Did he average 25? I don't think so.
I believe so.
Maybe. But it wasn't enough. And he didn't do enough. It's not how many points you average. It's whether or not you lead your team to the promised land, whether or not you get the job done. And I can honestly say, outside of one, maybe 2 games, he wasn't even the main reason that they won. Any games in the series.
I would say Clay had a big role. This
Cosign.
series, you know what I mean? But
on the
he
low,
might have
like
to
they
win
won
like
last
one.
year, but Clay had a really bad final last year.
Yes, he
when
did.
When they
They
won it on the low, but it is what it is. But they lost this year. Steph didn't play as well as I guess people expected him to. But much like last year, people thought he played really bad, but he was the first player to be in history to average 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 made 3-pointers per game. Last 2 years, only player in NBA history to do so. So if you want to say that sucks, I guess he sucks.
Well, I'm not going to say he sucks, but I'm going to say he did not live up to the hype. Is what I'm going to say.
So
If I
being
could
the only
ask-
person in NBA history to put up numbers like that doesn't really
If-
live
if
up
I
to
can-
expectations.
If I can ask a question,
Yeah.
it's okay, simple. Whose expectations? Is it like the expectations of the average basketball fan, or is it the expectations of some non-average basketball fans? People who are people who live to do stuff like this.
No, I'm going to say the same expectations. It's the same people who have these expectations of LeBron James, of any caliber of superstar like that, who is supposed to be the best player in the league.
I'm asking who, who has these expectations? Who?
The problem is not enough people have these expectations, unless it's LeBron James.
But
Because, like I
I'm not
said,
sure about that.
reverse the roles.
I'm not sure
Everyone
about that.
was lighting their torches, getting ready to getting a cross ready for LeBron to carry down whatever main street there is in Cleveland to crucify that man once the Warriors won this series.
Before you even
They had their jokes ready. Why do ducks fly upside down over Cleveland? Because there's nothing to shit on. Everything.
I've never saw anything.
They did a whole
I was going to make a joke
segment.
about Cleveland.
Exactly.
You wouldn't let me fit it in, Paul.
I'm just, whoa.
It wasn't about LeBron.
Whoa.
It wasn't about
The fact is
LeBron.
that you know who has these unrealistic expectations? People who enjoy having these unrealistic
Exactly.
expectations. Not anybody with, we're going to say, and forgive me for the statement, a brain. I'm not sure if you watched the other day how Skip Bayless tore into LeBron James.
We don't talk about Skip Bayless.
Oh, but
That's-
the thing is that
that's
he
the name
is
LeBron detractor.
who you're talking about.
That's who you're
That
subliminally
is
talking
your-
about.
no, it's really not.
It's people like him.
Yeah.
should I say.
Here's the deal. All I'm asking for is fairness. If
You
you
have it.
that's all I'm asking for.
You
That's
have it.
totally fine.
And
All right,
no one
hold
can
on,
tell
hold
me.
on. Can I please make a point real quick? What do you expect, Steph? What type of numbers do you expect Steph Curry to put up if they lost the finals and still to live up to the LeBron expectations that you're talking about?
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what it's not a specific number. What I'm saying is Steph Curry took over, I believe it was game 5.
Four.
Or 4. Excuse
when he
me.
had 38.
Yeah, he
Four.
took over game 4. Okay?
Absolutely.
That's what a superstar is supposed to do. Not, in every game, or most of the games in a series at least. You would never see any of the historic greats like a Jordan, a Magic, or the historic goods like a Kobe take over only 1 or 2
I have
games in a
something to say
series.
on that, by the
All
way,
right?
too.
They called Magic Johnson Tragic Johnson
did.
after a final series, man.
After
So,
one
like-
against the Celtics.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
'Cause
sorry,
Larry
after,
Bird-
one more time?
the Celtics, after Larry Bird dug in that booty.
Okay.
Pause.
1 game.
Well, I'm saying, but they called
1
him Tragic
game.
Johnson.
Okay, 1 game.
All right, so are we saying 1 game?
No.
Can
That's not what I said. You didn't hear what I said.
Okay.
You didn't hear what I said.
Okay.
I'm talking about a series.
Okay.
It's perfectly reasonable for you to have a bad. Every fucking week we do this show, there is some dogs humping. So we're not at my house this time. We're at Mook's house, and Tim is
Is
over
this
here.
normal on the game, or is it
And this is why that's our dog opening pick of the week.
This is why I don't play this game. So Tinsley is over here playing Grand Theft Auto. I don't know what he's doing, but there are two dogs vigorously mating on screen. That's quite disturbing.
Chat the dog.
Anyway,
I think we should keep this in. I think we should keep this
anyway, so back to what I was saying. If you have one off game in a series, understandable. Everybody's human. I get it. Maybe two. But if you just disappear for the majority of the finals, and at no point you just assert yourself as the alpha male on your squad when you are supposed to be that alpha male, that's what I have an issue with. That is what LeBron has been criticized for relentlessly, and it's not just by Skip Bayless. It's by a lot of people. I understand that it's an unfair criticism because his game is not, score 50 points a night. It's more to get his other teammates involved.
So why would you?
However, a point guard's job is to get their team involved. Steph Curry did not have great assist numbers in this series. He did not. He outside of a couple of scoring outbursts, he didn't really take over the game. In fact, there was one series where, you and I were talking, and I believe LeBron didn't score very much in the fourth quarter, but Steph Curry did, and you said, Steph Curry took over the game in the fourth quarter. There was another game where Kyrie Irving did the bulk of the scoring in the fourth quarter, and you brought that up.
There have been multiple games
where
Kyrie Irving did the heavy lifting in the fourth quarter because Kyrie Irving.
Where's the criticism for Steph in all of the games where he failed to take over in the fourth quarter?
My thing is that if you feel as though it's unfair for LeBron James to have it, why would you wish that upon someone else?
That is very disrespectful. Can he finish?
You're misquoting me.
Can he finish?
You're misquoting me.
Can he finish?
You didn't let me finish. I let you go on your side.
Go ahead, but you misquoted me. Just let me know.
Fair enough then. I don't feel as though any of it is fair. It is a freaking team game. Mm-hmm. No one player, no matter your Oscar Robinsons, your Wilt Chamberlains, your Michael Jordans, your Shaquille O'Neals, and I'm going to avoid the player from Los Angeles that you don't like, and we're not going to include him in this list. But the fact, I didn't say that. The fact is that people who criticize people like this are trolls. They're not important to basketball. We're fans. Yeah. We enjoy basketball. We love basketball. I can honestly criticize a player who goes to another team and he and another player are 1 and 2 in scoring and they don't freaking reach the damn finals. Because there are three other people.
You can't say that.
They got sweat too.
That's why this isn't that one.
They got sweat.
In fact, excuse me for saying that, but I would be stupid to say something along those lines.
In the playoffs.
So let me ask you a question, Kev. Okay. I got a question for you.
Okay.
How much money? How many royalty checks do you think Scottie Pippen got from the sales of those Jordans? How much money do you think Clay's getting from the sale of the Currys or the Curry 2s or the Curry 2.5? I don't think he's getting much from the Curry 2s.
Let me ask you a better question real quick. Since we're going to be on that topic.
You
said that, and I'm going to now ask you this.
Uh-huh.
This week and many times beforehand, Michael Jordan made sure to keep Scottie Pippen on that team.
He did.
Yep, yes. He did. I just saw Scottie Pippen was about to get traded for Tracy McGrady.
That was a statement.
Jordan makes the trade.
Jordan said, no, I want Scottie on my team.
Because he needed him. I get it. Everybody needs him.
We're talking about two different things.
No, we're talking about the fact that...
Well, I do. I also have to have a point before we move on.
But we're talking about two different things right now, though.
All right, the fact is that for people like yourself who support LeBron James, myself personally too, who supported LeBron James, if you recall that occurring.
Why'd you support him again? I forget.
Well, he was on my favorite team.
I understand.
But the fact is I'm an idiot for ignoring greatness. Exactly. I'm an idiot for not... if I were to say, oh my God, he scored 40, why didn't he score 50? I'd be stupid to say that.
Again, I think we're talking about two different things.
The fact is that
I would point as far as this whole media
I'm not wishing that criticism. I'm wishing fairness, and whether I want the criticism to
occur, what you're wishing, though.
I think there is fairness.
Whether
displaying nothing but criticism.
Can I say this real quick? Can I please say this real quick? But the thing is, the people whose opinions differ from yours are the voices that you hear the loudest. People who agree with you, it just goes in one ear and out the other. Yeah, I agree with that. People who disagree with you is, oh yeah, they're just hating on who I like. They're just hating on who I want to win. They're hating on this, hating on that. And that's what sticks to you. Nah. That's the thing. That's absolutely
I don't think you're hearing what I'm saying.
I am.
No. Kev thinks that I want this criticism.
I didn't say that.
I don't want it. I do not want
that.
the criticism. I don't care. All I'm asking is that it's fairly distributed, and you cannot, with a straight face, tell me that it's the criticism level
It's
of.
not the same.
So
not.
So my thing is, why have it? Why?
I don't give a shit.
I don't want LeBron to have a criticism for him being the best player in the world.
Exactly.
I won't want Steph Curry to have criticism when he's won a title, when he's had a fantastic season. That's stupid to me. How about we criticize the people that didn't make it?
No.
How about we criticize your Kevin Durant?
No.
How about we criticize your Damian Lillard?
No.
Chris Paul?
Hey man, that Trailblazers team don't.
How about we criticize
I don't
those
think
who are not on the grandest stage? Here. I don't have a drink, but here.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
under
going
the
to
weather.
raise
I got
my bottle of 3 olives.
I got my cup of tea here.
All right,
Green tea
well,
with
hit that,
honey
hit
and
that.
lemon. You know.
You hit that right here, my nigga. The fact is like, why do we do this to great players?
Agreed.
Why do we do this to sensational players?
Okay, tell you what.
I didn't go against. I'm going to say it like this. I didn't criticize LeBron last year for losing.
I
didn't see the purpose of doing so because the man had took a team of nobodies and did the best he could. To criticize him is asinine.
Preach.
To go ahead and to say, Steph Curry, oh my God, you didn't win the big one. When you're watching guys like LeBron perform the way that guys like LeBron perform, golly.
Okay, well.
You could do as much as you can, but damn, if Kyrie Irving are not taking it, they wanted it more. So, is Steph Curry bad because one team wanted it more than them?
No. He's bad because they were up 3-1. He had the better team by far, and they choked like dogs. That's why he's bad. That's why.
Okay.
All right. So if he was so bad in this series, can we give Kyrie some credit, man?
You didn't even. Of course.
You have not mentioned the man's name.
I was getting to it. I was getting to it.
All right, we'll get to it now.
I will get to it right now.
Get to it right now.
I said, you asked me what my wild card was in last week, and what did I say?
Kyrie Irving.
I said it was Kyrie Irving. I said
he's been the X Factor this entire series. The X Factor. I didn't say the best player.
All right.
When he plays good, they win. When he doesn't, they lose.
Fair point. And I said that if he had played as he played in the first 4 games,
just like this,
let's not do that. But I stated if he played like he played in the first 4 games, they were going to lose. If he played like he played in the last 3,
he didn't play bad in the first 4 games. He played bad in 2 games, and then played good in 5.
We will agree to disagree.
Well, you would be wrong.
Can we move on, please?
You would be wrong.
Can we move on, please?
See, that's anyway.
Sounds like some haters. We got
How is it? Wait, how is this hate?
No.
How is this hate?
There's no hate. Okay. I think.
Sound like we got a couple of haters.
I think.
Haters in the house.
I think Kyrie did.
I didn't hear what he said.
Don't even write about it.
Let's go to the next topic.
Yeah, we're not going to. I got to give Kyrie Irving his due.
Yeah, please.
I have to because I don't want to hear any shit about he's from Duke, so you don't like him. Listen,
I didn't say.
Listen,
give the man.
Kyrie for the first time by the eye test, at least for me, really made an impact defensively in this game.
Won that series.
Don't, please don't. Please,
Definitely.
please don't.
Can you say? Wait. Can you?
I will say he had a large hand in it.
All right, cool.
But don't.
Can you say that LeBron helped even the odds and Kyrie pushed them over the top?
Yes.
LeBron being the
we saw this last year.
Crucial player.
Yes.
But Kyrie put them over the top.
Kyrie,
that's all.
I will give Kyrie. No. I will give Kyrie credit.
Did literally win it though.
Stop. Let's not have that dumbass argument again. Please stop. Listen,
let him say what he got to say.
This is what I have to say. Kyrie Irving did a great thing because he played the role of 2 people.
He did.
He played the role of him and Kevin Love. Kevin Love was supposed to give them more. Listen, man. Kevin Love was supposed to give them more. He gave them almost nothing. He was good
in game 1 and fine in game 7.
Kevin Love was the Harrison Barnes of the Cavaliers.
Harrison Barnes played well in the first 4 and played lousy in the last 3, and that's all I have to say about that.
Harrison well.
He was consistent, and he was reliable and under control.
Reliably terrible.
See, y'all are just trying to piss me off.
Wait a second.
No,
wait a second.
stating
Hold on. Wait a second. So you're saying Harrison Barnes played good in, you said 3 or 4 games.
So, moving on to
3 or 4 games.
Listen, man.
So you're basically saying Harrison Barnes played good at Kyrie. Because if you're saying that, you deserve
Kyrie overall.
Some things in
Kyrie, what?
Jesus Christ.
Mashka.
Mashka. Kyrie overall had a much better series than Harrison Barnes. Okay? There we go. Now,
all right.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Individually. I guess we kind of covered the biggest winners and losers of the finals.
Nah, we got to go more in depth.
Okay.
I'm not going more in depth. Let's make it clear. All
right. Well, let's just... One name. Just one name.
Time restraints.
Biggest loser of the finals. One name
Barnes.
each.
Harrison Barnes. It's not even hate.
Just one name.
Kevin Love.
All right. Cool.
Harrison Barnes.
Dre?
Fuck y'all. I mean, Steph Curry.
Okay.
All right, just remember, this offseason, one of those people are available, and one of those people are.
Steph Curry has a contract. Kevin Love has a contract. Harrison Barnes doesn't. All right, biggest winner?
LeBron James.
Some money, though.
Biggest winner is LeBron James.
LeBron?
I actually...
Say it. You know you wanted to.
I have to admit, I think it was Kyrie Irving.
All right.
Because, let me explain a little bit.
Go ahead.
Because, it's close. Because I can go LeBron James, but I'm going to go Kyrie Irving to kind of erase this stereotype that I don't like Duke players for some reason. I'm going to say Kyrie because he deserves a lot of credit, and much like other players that get into this position, he will get, and don't get me wrong, he deserves a lot of credit. He's going to get more than a lot of credit, okay, than he deserves. But a lot of players in the same position would also, including LeBron James. I'm sure he'll get more credit than he deserves. But I think Kyrie's going to get a lot.
I don't think you can give LeBron enough credit for what he did in that series.
LeBron James is now a god.
I don't think you can give him enough credit because he literally did just about everything besides sort of,
he legitimately plug some seals and get away.
I got to go wash my fucking mouth out with up.
I say Kyrie.
Taylor?
Just getting Kyrie on credit.
Huh?
My last. I'm gonna go last.
I was gonna get mine. I think Kyrie Irving is by far the biggest one of the finals. LeBron had an amazing series and everything, but we already know that. We already know LeBron is one of the greatest players of all time. That is to be expected, even though he did rise to the occasion, all this stuff. Yeah. But Kyrie Irving proved that he can be the second best player on a championship team.
Okay,
simply
got a 4-way tie.
What?
Four-way tie.
The biggest winner.
So even more than all three of them.
Skins, more than all three of them. The drunk nigga on the couch. 4-way tie.
More than all three of them.
It's going to be between Mo Williams.
Oh my God.
Channing Frye.
Jesus.
All right. Kevin Love.
What the fuck are you drinking?
The three of them because they didn't do shit. They got a ring.
Shout out to the man, dog.
And the fourth, Richard Jefferson.
He actually played well.
I think he had a fine series.
Yeah. That's why he's the fourth.
And he's old as hell.
Because he finally did it, right? He finally got a ring. In his old age. And played very well.
He did.
I think he played really
well. All three of them other motherfuckers.
All three of them.
Ain't do shit.
Not a goddamn thing.
Kevin Love had a good game.
Richard Jefferson did something.
Kevin Love had a good game. He had 17 and 12.
Richard is great.
All right.
Ask Carmelo about his former teammates, all right?
How many of them? That's 4 teammates that won a ring.
I believe it was 4.
Mozgov, Shumpert, J.R. Smith,
Kevin Love
and who else?
And he'll let you know. I'm not
Smith,
Kevin Love. Carmelo, he'll let you know who the biggest winners were.
So I would like to bring something up, something that I think a couple of people in this room would enjoy to know, and I think it's something to debate on. Not debate on. It's something interesting. On Sunday, it would have been, and this makes you feel old, and this will make all y'all feel old, it will be 20 years since the 1996 draft in which Allen Iverson was drafted number 1 by the 76ers. Wow. 20 years ago, on Sunday, Allen Iverson was picked number 1 in the draft by the 76ers. Which leads me to ask you fine gentlemen and everyone here, just something I was thinking about. What is your favorite draft?
That's my favorite draft. That's
Your
the best
favorite
draft ever.
My
That and
favorite
the
draft
LeBron
is the
draft are the best
2003
too.
draft.
Those are the best too, but that 96 is the best.
Mine is the 2003 draft with LeBron, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and Carmelo Anthony. I love that.
I'm a fan of the 96 draft as well.
Okay.
We can't get too far off this.
Not too far.
I thought we were still going. I
just wanted to do a quick segment and just let y'all know that, on Sunday, 20 years ago, Allen Iverson joined the 76ers. That's how old we are.
And 20 years later, Ben Simmons is going to lead them to greatness because we all trust the process.
Fuck the process.
I bought this bandwagon, baby.
I would get a Sam Hinkie jersey if I could.
I bought this bandwagon.
You based Colangelo. But go on to the next topic. I'm sorry. I just wanted you to know that. That's age right there.
Thank you, Hinkie.
All right, so
I love Hinkie. Pause.
So we had a discussion 2 weeks ago, I believe, about LeBron's place in NBA history all time. So did he move up in anybody's rankings here?
No, because I already held him in high regard already in regards to some of the greatest players of all time. LeBron James has 3 rings, and he's won the ring for his home team now, and he's brought home a championship to Cleveland, which in 52 years has never been done for that city. LeBron James' skill set alone brought him up to that top. And though I love and respect Oscar Robertson's been moved out of my top 5 for LeBron James.
So you only have LeBron at 5?
I have LeBron James in my top 5. I've not organized my top 5.
Okay, fair enough.
But keep in mind, my top 5 also includes the likes of Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jackson.
Centers is another Michael Jackson.
And Michael Jordan. I'm drunk.
Yeah, Centers are another list to me.
But the thing is that but I hold Shaquille O'Neal above Will Chamberlain. That's just me.
Well, fair enough. I just think centers that they play a different game than everybody else.
So, more. What about your?
I don't know. I don't know if he moved up or down. He was 2 or 3 to me. He's 2 or 3 now. One of the best players ever. 2 or 3. He didn't move up. He didn't move down.
Tinsley?
He didn't go anywhere to me. He did exactly what I expected.
See, that's the thing to me. He did what I didn't think they were going to win.
More. They may be understanding the greatness of LeBron James, but he's so impeccable that these are the type of things we expect from him.
That's what I'm saying. That's the respect.
Anything less to me would have been a letdown. Honestly. Yeah. And it's not
wrong to
hold him in that high of a regard, but that's just where I expect him to be at this point now. He's that impeccable.
Because he's just that damn good.
He's that impeccable of a physical specimen that I just expect these type of things from him.
I'm not surprised. That's the thing. I'm not surprised, so I don't think he moved up or down. This is an amazing feat, but I hold him in that high regard. So it's not that, oh my God, this is the most surprising thing ever,
Some very high praise about LeBron's physical.
I didn't. That's not my thing.
Mook, what do you think?
Before you can say that, Mook, I just want to say Steph Curry is not in my top 5.
He's not my top 5 ever either. He's in my top 5 players right now, but he's not my top 5
He's not in my top 5 all time.
He's in my top 5 shooters.
But he's in my top 1 shooters of all time.
And for some reason, people tend to confuse that. And I'm just said that clear. He's not my top 5 all time.
Shout out to you, Colin Cowherd. Go ahead.
He is definitely in the top 5.
Who thinks he pays to the second best team in the East right now?
I don't think he wins.
Shout out to you, Colin.
He's definitely top 3. The only people whose minds might have got changed might have been some of his doubters.
Exactly.
After they saw what he did. But
after they saw
everybody who knows LeBron, no, they knew. They already knew.
They're just in denial. That's
right.
the thing.
Exactly.
They're just in denial.
People hate him just because.
Oh, I hate him.
I don't like to do either.
But
I respect him in his game.
Hate him and will discredit his game because
that's the difference. That's what he just
series. You can't deny. So that's it.
Well, he was number 2 before we started, and he's still number 2. It's Jordan, LeBron, and then everybody else.
That's fine. That's respectable.
All right. So
like black though.
We are going to. No. Before we, I know we're up against it, but I always wanted to say that. Anyway, 2-part question. So. Do we? This is just a yes or no question for both parts. Well, for the first part, actually, no, for both parts. All right. Question 1: Was this series LeBron's greatest accomplishment? Kev.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Tinsley.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Mook.
Definitely.
And so we're unanimous in that. Shot. The second part is, does this comeback versus the Warriors erase and or amend his failure against my Dallas Mavericks? Kev. God. I'm sorry.
That wasn't a shot.
It wasn't a shot. I just realized that you were.
It wasn't.
I just
But
realized
that is viewed as
I
his
think
biggest
y'all- I
playoff
think
failure.
y'all
Besides
are looking
quitting
at
against
me.
No,
So I took that as a shot.
No.
I wasn't.
I laughed because I realized
His greatest
what I was
accomplishment
saying
might be
as I was saying it.
having his jersey burned and then put
Now,
out.
it's either that or get like 25 straight against the Pistons in that conference final.
Yeah.
He scored like 25 straight points himself.
Yeah. For starters,
But I
this
think
is just
this
me
is okay.
saying this. I didn't know that, and probably I didn't pay attention much regarding that being his biggest failure. I feel as though his biggest failure, and this is my humble opinion, is the decision.
Well, we're talking about on court.
But
On court.
On court, the biggest thing I ever seen him do badly was the year before he came to us, before the finals,
when he quit.
when he quit on the Boston Celtics team, and he legitimately quit. That right there is a far bigger thing to me than his performance in the finals, just for the simple fact that you quit.
No,
Against the Celtics.
He did.
quit.
But I think that Mavericks thing is the
you
biggest.
didn't answer the question.
Well, I'm going to, but you're stopping me. I just didn't understand why people brought up the Mavericks thing.
Nah,
but that's
That's the question
that is-
on my screen. I don't.
I didn't think that needed to be amended because he went on to win 2 championships after that, and now he has a third. So what the hell?
That will always be held against.
So okay,
I don't
so
know that.
It has been. Well,
gonna-
maybe you don't.
let's circle back to the original rules in this question. Yes or no? Does the comeback versus the Warriors amend his loss or his failure?
I
against
believe
them?
No, because quite frankly, I don't feel like there was anything to be amended by that.
I believe so because that is the one series he fucking choked in. He disappeared in 4 quarters. So many turnovers, a bunch of stuff. You know, I respect that dude more than anything. He eliminated my team 3 years in a row in the fucking playoffs. So I respect that motherfucker like anything. Pause. But that is the series he choked in. He didn't show up in. I remember D-Wade hit a shot, I believe in the 3rd or 4th quarter, and LeBron was celebrating with him. And after that, Jason Terry said, "I've had enough." And the series was over, much like Kyrie did in this series. But Jason Terry decided this series is over. And I believe the Heat were up 2-1, and the Mavericks just won every other game from then on. This does amend that.
Okay,
Because this is a great comeback led by him.
And I said no because I didn't
Against
think
one
that
of
there
the
was
best teams
anything
ever.
to be amended
Fair
because I
enough.
feel as though when you win twice right afterwards,
Well, I think that's like your opinion and stuff, but I think consensus.
Full disclosure,
I think
full disclosure, Kev is a Heat fan.
I'm
Yeah.
a Miami
He's
Heat
a little
fan.
closer to this than the rest of
and
them.
that's fair for you to have
And
And
that
I'm a
opinion.
Mavericks fan, so I was close to it as well.
But
when we
as we talked about a couple
we
weeks
beat
ago,
in 2006. Shout out to the rest. Go!
whew, but as we talked about a couple weeks ago, that is the one strike held against LeBron's career. From me, that is the one strike.
Oh,
Tinsley?
No,
So
doesn't amend anything.
Yeah.
History is history.
All right.
These things happen, and then he did this. It doesn't amend anything. It happened. Get over it.
Move.
Yeah, nah. It's enough for me, dog.
All right.
Yo, Mook, make me a drink.
cheers,
Make
Cheers.
me a drink, Mook.
cheers, man.
Make me a drink.
Okay,
Sitting
well,
for me.
wow.
Fine for me, dog.
I have a no and a yes. No, it doesn't erase it. Yes, it does amend it. Because I agree with Tinsley. You can't erase
Yeah, it doesn't
something like
erase it, but I think
But
he's forgiven.
that. I agree. I think it does amend it.
I think he's forgiven
Yes.
because this comeback, I think, was to that same scale.
By, though? Like,
He's forgiven by me.
I'm a Heat
He's forgiven by the basketball fan in me.
okay, fair enough then, but as
And
a
Kev, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I don't blame you
I don't
either.
blame you
I
at
don't
all.
blame you either.
twice after that.
I would not blame you at all if you
All
couldn't
right,
forget
are
that.
we going to break? Because
All right, yeah, we're
I would like to do my
Hey,
segue
if
to
we're
a
going
break.
to break, I would like to go.
I thought that was your.
Burger King. What the fuck?
He's hungry.
Shit. We
I-
can.
He's not driving.
I thought he said
I didn't drive.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
We hear that, sorry. While we do condone drinking, we definitely don't condone drinking and driving. Just for the record.
We do condone drinking and fucking.
And we do condone
Wow.
driving and fucking.
What's your segue, Ken?
All right, and here
You
comes
guys
my
can see the
segue.
picture Kristen just sent.
And that also is a part of my segue, because, gentlemen, I like to
this it right here?
Yep, I like to introduce my new favorite segment.
Be ready,
I
Jack.
can't talk about this stuff, but guess what? We're going to do it now, and guess what we're going to talk about? We're talking about what's press for business, all right? That picture that this young man just showed me of Kristen, that's what's press for business.
I don't know
Maria
if
Ward is what's press for business.
that.
Samantha 38G is what's press for business.
Sarah J.
Mook, you are not what's press for business. And we can now go to break.
Wow. We will be back.
Titties!
After these messages, we'll be right back.
All right, welcome back. Everybody
Fuck the
has
Walking
their
Dead.
food. Kev is drunk as fuck.
Fuck The Walking Dead.
Okay, I guess we're doing that. Anyway, and we're going to stay in the NBA for 2 brief topics, and then we're going to move on. All right, so the crying Jordan meme is is anything ever going to replace that, or is that the best thing the internet's ever come up with?
Can I give a little context to this thing real quick? If that's
Sure.
okay with you? Going around on the internet is now the crying LeBron meme. And people are trying to retire the crying Jordan meme as though this crying LeBron meme is all of a sudden going to be the best thing since sliced bread. So, my question is that can the crying Jordan meme ever be replaced by any meme of anybody? Since it's been so creatively, magnificently used by everybody on the internet.
All right, so gentlemen, what say you?
My opinion, the crying Jordan meme can never be replaced. It is very iconic. Okay, there will be no meme better than it as far as trolling. But GIFs are the best thing the internet has ever done.
I agree with
Have you seen the crying Jordan gifs? For instance, when during a college basketball tournament that was held earlier this year, a team from North Carolina called UNC lost, and Petey Pablo's head was replaced by the crying Jordan face.
North Carolina!
They were raising up. They took their shirts off, split it around your head, looking like a helicopter. With Jordan's face on it.
Hey, Kev, fuck you.
Well, this was for you. This was for who?
Jay.
I used to actually know this song, but the thing is have you seen the crying LeBron meme? It is basically him looking like an ape, crying. On, I believe that was Kevin Love
It's not as
shoulders.
good as the crying Jordan.
No, it's not.
All right.
Nowhere near on that level.
It's not.
Have you seen it? Mook?
I've seen it.
Have you seen
I
the
don't
crying
think so.
Derrick Rose's knees?
Oh, Lord Jesus, that's the funniest thing. The one where Simba is hovering over him and trying to see if he's
Well,
alive.
I've seen the Simba too much.
Yeah, but the sympathy with Derrick Rose was hysterical, yo.
I think the Derrick Rose, like as fucked up as it's gonna sound, the Derrick Rose first initial injury versus the Sixers, that made the Simba meme a thing.
Yeah.
But I think that's been played out because what was
Was
that?
it
about
Derrick
4 or
Rose
5
or
years
was it
It was Derrick Rose.
Pacquiao when he got
They
knocked
It was
put
out?
on
Rose.
Pacquiao.
It was Rose.
Okay.
I don't think the Jordan meme is gonna die because they're so creative with it, and now they blend your face with it.
Oh,
That's what makes that shit so funny to me.
yo,
And they're not just putting it on people's faces; they're putting it on countries. If y'all saw, they did it with the fucking the British pound just dying yesterday because they're a bunch of assholes. That's what they do.
They did it
It's not a limit to how far they go now.
They did it with
That's
Tim
why-
Duncan and Bill Cosby. What's up?
Oh yeah. Well, y'all
They
were touching
did it with
that later.
Ireland.
We'll talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They do it with countries.
After Conor McGregor was defeated.
Shout out to
Kiefer,
Kiefer.
yeah.
We love you,
Who
keeper.
Petey Paul, motherfucker. Whatever the fuck you said.
Come on and raise up.
All right,
Through your face. Fucking being in the league
take on this.
championship.
Because Jordan and LeBron are your favorite players.
I have no opinion on this. I never honestly really. You guys don't ever see me use it because I don't think it's funny. I think it's
fucking
I just laugh.
I think the creativity of it is hilarious.
You got to acknowledge that, man.
Yeah.
Nah,
When they
I think
freaking
it's
put the
dumb.
Jordan meme on
It
freaking
is
Steph
dumb, and
Curry's
that's
shoes.
the thing. That's the
When
thing.
it was on his shoes, yo.
It is dumb,
Oh,
but
yeah.
just the creativity is funny to me. Because the lengths that people will go to just to make it work, I personally, I enjoy people's creativity.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Well,
They
I
did
guess
with-
to each their own.
They did it with the freaking $20 bill. Come on, yo. This is-
Yeah.
it's just-
They did it with something that Aisha Curry made.
It,
Yeah.
Yo, bruh, they did it with her pie.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to. I'm sorry. Her like she
She's
bakes
a
an
chef.
actual pie.
She's a.
Okay, I thought we were
has
going.
I
somewhere
believe
else
she
with
may
that.
have a cooking show.
We're not
I'm
gonna
not sure
disrespect
if
the
she
man's
does,
wife, all
but
right?
she makes.
My bad.
She cooks and stuff.
So how
Yeah.
was her pie? Has anybody here tried it?
I'll let you
Steph
know,
Curry did. Shit, I would love to try it.
I would too.
I would love to have a few helpings of her.
And that right there is Aisha Curry. Taste your pie of the week.
And then shout out to Miko Grimes, man.
Exactly.
You know, it ain't gonna have nothing on no baggy pies.
Exactly.
Uh,
Shout out to Glenn Rice.
Wow.
But wait, are we staying on this topic right now, or are we moving on to something else?
We could definitely move on
All
to
right.
something else.
So speaking of pies, something I thought of in the car. Let me. All right. So hypothetically, we all just got something to eat. So hopefully, nobody gets sick over this. We all just got something to eat. So hypothetically, your favorite restaurant or whatever your favorite food is or whatever. Hypothetically, you find out it's some sort of other animal. Would you be okay with that? And what is the limit that you would go to? What is the last straw of animal that you would go to that you found out you eating to get it again?
Well, I remember many years ago, Mook would order from this Chinese place.
I see. Before this even goes any further, we're not doing that.
Why not? Well, I'm not doing the whole racist shit.
We're not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
How the hell is actually talking about the actual restaurant itself?
Chinese guy sold us Burger King.
There you go.
Okay, we don't even know if he was Chinese. He could have been Vietnamese. He could have been Korean.
All right.
He could have been Laos.
Well, he wasn't Japanese. I know that.
Yeah.
It was Chinese.
Mook ordered this platter from a food place, and when he ordered this platter from a food place, he looked at the actual wings from the food place, and they looked like pigeon wings. And he was angry that they looked like pigeon wings, but yet he ate those wings like they were delicious. The thing is that
I eat a pigeon, dog.
I'm sure you have.
I always had a hankering to eat a quail. That is the
The
craziest
Biz
thing.
ate some quail.
I always wanted to eat a quail once in my life.
I'm just saying. To what lengths?
A person.
Okay, so a person is the only thing that you just wouldn't go back for. That if you knew if it was delicious.
No insects.
I'm sure you have.
But I'm saying I'm not trying to
Mhm.
willingly, knowingly eat any insects. But as far as different type of meats in the animal kingdom, I don't know if I have
The
anything,
thing,
man.
like I'm
I
saying,
eat fucking shrimp and flounder.
yeah. But like I'm saying, if it's something delicious and you've eaten it for years or whatever, and then you find out it's like possum, would you go back?
Hell yeah, I fucking possum up.
This is pretty much what I'm asking. How about you? Mook? What is the last straw? What is the last straw? Like if you find out it's like dog or cat or something, you would go back.
Absolutely.
Nah, I couldn't eat nothing.
No, I've actually
that I
heard that
demonized
dog,
with a
like
pencil.
if it's prepared right.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because the other day I saw something about a dog eating festival or something.
Right?
I saw something about a dog eating festival or something like that. That's what actually initially made me think of the idea.
Garlic and herb marinade on that dog.
So I'm saying,
It's a certain kind of dog, though,
so
yeah.
dog is where is that where you draw the line?
No,
Chow.
some dude with
I know someone who
lived in
has.
Korea, and they serve dog, but it's a certain kind of dog.
There was
And
actually
he said it
something
was
mentioned
good,
about that, where they prepared 135.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I thought that was fake. I pray to God that was
So
fake.
what is
No, they-
so for you, for Kevin's humans, for you it is dog.
I'm not eating like nothing I consider a pet. I can't do that.
How about you, Mook?
I'm not eating turtles.
Bird, I eat bird. I eat shit else.
Well, yeah. All right. So how about you, Dre?
I'm not fucking eating anything other than normal.
But what I'm
Canadian
saying
cuisine.
is, if
I found out that it was something other
you
than what I
find
was
out later.
I would go back and beat the fuck out of whoever served it to me.
Gentlemen.
Okay, so thank God we have a drop button because unfortunately the last 5 minutes or so are probably never going to air. But just know that they were very funny.
And they were brought to you by
No.
Curry and Curry Enterprises.
Wow. Anyway,
And that
Curry
last
and
30
Curry
seconds
Enterprises,
was not
where your MCLs don't work the best.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Ankle. Shit.
all right. So
Yo, you see that
one more NBA topic. Two more. We kind of touched on the draft. So any other thoughts
That's
about
the
the
process.
draft other than what Kev brought up earlier about 20 years ago? This being Allen Iverson's
3 words.
selection.
Say it, Mook.
I'm glad.
3 words. Say them.
bad.
Say them.
As a Sixers fan,
Motherfucker, I said say 'em.
I do trust the process.
Yes.
But I would like to get you guys' opinions as outsiders on the Sixers draft choices and how you think they will fare this year and upcoming years. So you guys are the sports experts. I would like to know how we looking out here, you know?
Better than most teams in your position. I mean, you guys have a plan in place, and everything seems to be coming together due to the process. So we'll see. I mean, you're in better shape than probably almost every one of our teams.
Hey, my team, according to Colin Cowherd, is the second best team in the East, okay?
My team,
Even though I don't believe it, but he said it.
we're about to sign Dwight Howard, and I'm about to hate basketball for like.
I think Dwight Howard is going to the Mavericks.
I would have,
Sorry, Jack.
they want to sign.
They
Can
want
we-
everybody
can we,
they can get.
Can we just stop talking about basketball?
Hey,
Well, you brought it up.
Hold on, John, what do you think about the Sixers draft moves and their
I think they had a great number 1 pick, and they need to trust the process some more. They should have kept Sam Hinkie. He was wrong
what do you think about the
by
other
Brian.
two?
He was wronged by
Okay.
Brian Colangelo
Okay.
and the ownership. To be honest, I don't even remember who else you drafted because I was too
It
busy.
was too
I was too busy being sad because of our move the last couple of days, which it kind of grown on me. It just needs
too
to
overseas players.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, they kept Nerlens Noel, which is a great move.
Yeah,
Thank
they
God they
didn't
didn't
trade
give him to the Celtics.
No, they ain't trade
I
nobody.
thought
didn't
y'all were
trade
going to give
anyone.
him to the freaking Timberwolves. That would have been
Well,
the
I'm saying
craziest
you know
front court
one of
ever.
them is going to be going.
I don't want.
Possibly.
I don't
Possibly.
want.
I
yeah,
think
want
Ben
Noel
Simmons
to
is a future
I
borderline
wanna keep,
superstar,
person.
a Draymond Green type player who will have a positive impact on the Sixers' future going forward.
Kev. What do you
Oh,
think
myself
about
personally.
our?
Well, first off, I want to thank Base Colangelo for doing the wise thing and getting rid of that absolute loser, that absolute sack of crap.
That's what ownership
that
wanted, man.
Fucking Sam Hinkie. Because quite frankly, this team would have had another 5 to 7 years to take you.
That's not true. That's what ownership wanted, damn it.
Y'all would have wound up freaking trading away Ben Simmons at some point
Not
in time. And him and another other person for like 2 second-round picks or whatnot.
It's not true. It's not true. Just the process. Thank you, Hinkie. Thank you,
But the
Hinkie.
fact is Ben Simmons is a very good player. I'm glad that y'all did so. Again, 20 years since y'all drafted Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson, not sure if anybody else knows this, gave heaping praise to Ben Simmons.
Yes, he did. I saw that
Yeah,
interview.
you saw that interview as well too. Great interview, by the way. So, y'all, I like how your team is shaping up. Now, hopefully, y'all get rid of these butt ugly jerseys and go back to the style that young Iverson.
They need to get that Benjamin Franklin jersey.
That
they
Benjamin
were talking
Franklin
about a
jersey
couple
was
years
so
ago.
dope.
That shit was really cool.
Yeah, I like the ones that got there.
All right, so that's my opinion on your draft.
Uh,
And y'all drafted a
Skins?
bunch of Europeans.
Yeah, Skins. Okay, you right.
Well, I don't know if you
All
want
right, well,
to do any input with
I
this
just
team.
want to let everybody know our time is coming. You better get your Sixers gear now.
You better trust the fucking process.
Better hop on this bandwagon, baby. I'm letting you know.
So, Other things that happened during the draft week. Derrick Rose traded to the Knicks.
And that was it? Just about.
No, there was something else here. The Pacers traded George Hill to get Jeff Teague. Any thoughts on that more?
And the 20th pick for Thad Young. You forgot to mention that as well.
Wow.
Playing some up-tempo basketball, so you did some athletic players who may have questionable jump shots,
I see.
Also, this week,
all right.
Dirk Nowitzki and Chandler Parsons and Derek Williams all opted out of their contracts. Trey, do you have anything to say about that?
I'm actually trying to stick to the notes coming up here on my screen. So
there's rumors that Dirk may sign with the Warriors or somewhere else to compete for a championship. How do you feel about that? Do you think the Mavericks are a championship caliber team next year if Dirk returns?
So as far as our predictions go,
You don't want to talk about it, man?
hey man, listen,
It's fine. I don't think we're a championship caliber team.
No,
Right
obviously the Mavericks are not a championship contender.
This year.
Not this year. I don't know that they will be for the rest of Dirk's career because I don't know how long he's going to play.
That's sad. He's
But-
a great career.
I would hate to see him go out like some other greats like Karl Malone, chasing rings. That to me is sad. He already won a ring.
Gary Payton's got a ring.
I don't know that the Warriors are going to be the strongest team in the West next year necessarily. I mean, nobody knows who's going to be the strongest
agreed.
team.
Oklahoma City made a great trade yesterday.
They really did. So,
Bucks is,
I mean, to me, it doesn't make sense for him to jump ship, lose face in Dallas for being a ring chaser when he already has a ring. So, I don't think he's going anywhere. And I don't think Chandler Parsons is going anywhere.
Are we going to touch on that?
What about Durant?
That was my next question. Anybody think they know where Kevin Durant will go? I mean, I think he's going right back to OKC.
Yeah, I think he's going to sign a
1 year.
one-year deal.
Yeah, and then
Him
get
Westbrook
paid.
decide what they would do. Yeah, because if he signs a one-year deal, he can sign for over $30 million next year. Crazy.
Yep.
So, let's talk about. I'd like to have a segment.
All right, let's. You want to say what we got, then we can figure out what we're going to do after that.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
What's that?
Let's wrap up this topic.
Because there'll be a 10-year vet, and then you can sound like the super max.
Yeah.
Well, this next year will be his 10th year.
You understand how old we are, man?
Durant.
I mean, I do know, like,
So go-
He only gonna be like
super
29.
science, but
Yeah.
So, any predictions on whether or not Kevin Love will get traded?
Yes, he will be traded because, quite frankly, I think LeBron James is looking at him saying, "You are taking up too much space on my team. You are very expendable, and you are a waste of space. You're a waste of talent. You're a waste of everything else."
Nah, you can't NBA.
More?
You didn't want to lie you. I don't think so because I don't think they're gonna get what they wanted to get. Because there was a lot of rumors about the Celtics, making a trade for Jay Crowder and a bunch of picks and stuff like that, and that didn't work out. So I don't think so. Unless they're gonna pretty much not get much in return, I don't think they're gonna trade him.
Tinsley?
I just hope they don't go to the Sixers.
I had a feeling that y'all would try to get him.
Wow, we're like building a team. We don't need any more
And they got a bunch of bigs as it
bad
is.
contracts.
They got yeah. That's one move I don't think. Well, Hinkie would make
Mook?
for a bad contract.
Yeah, just keep him away from us wherever he goes. All right.
That's a tough question for me because
I think they'll try. I just don't think they can find value.
especially considering what they gave up.
And he's got such a big contract.
Yeah. So my apologies for coughing and stuff. I'm just feeling under the weather this week.
That's
Good, man.
So
also
I'm afraid to even read this next goddamn question because I really the question is what realistic types of moves do you want your team to make this offseason, and what moves would you hate if your team made? I really don't know what my team can do other than getting another role player or patching a leak here or there. We're in limbo.
Dwight Howard is realistic for you guys.
Dwight Howard sucks.
Well, I'm saying it's a realistic move.
But that move doesn't make us better. It just gives us a bad player with a bad contract.
You guys tried to do it with DeAndre Jordan last year.
That's true. And luckily,
And that was the greatest day in the history of Twitter with all the emojis.
Yeah.
That was the greatest day in the history of Twitter.
Well, I'm not on Twitter, but
it was.
Yeah.
That's Paul Pierce.
I don't know, man. I'm just tossing my hands up and hoping we somehow strike gold somewhere and do something that makes us more than just that team that gets knocked out of the first round of the playoffs like we've been for the last God knows how many years.
Now, do you think, as a Mavericks fan, do you want to try to compete in Dirk's final years and, maybe just edge in playoffs, maybe get a couple second round, exits for these last couple years? Or would you rather kind of bottom out and maybe get a couple of good picks for the future?
Well, I think we're going to bottom out the year.
I'm saying, what do you prefer?
I prefer to make the playoffs.
Okay.
Because, I don't want anybody to go out like that.
Yeah. That's how.
I'd rather him go out, being a competitor and being in a position to at least look respectable. I'm very happy with Dirk's run. He got us a ring. If not for the NBA and their agendas, he would have gotten us two.
I agree with that.
So I'm
Y'all lost. Get over it.
That finals.
It's very hard to win when you're playing against another team and the officials.
That
Shout
finals
out
is
to the
absolutely
Warriors.
rigged.
You lost. Get over
That
it.
finals is absolutely rigged. All right. Mook, Tinsley, how do you feel about the direction going forward that you think the Sixers are heading in?
Feel good. I was at the barbershop Thursday. I've never seen the city and the people of the city so excited for this team and what they can become. And I'm just hoping it all pans out, man.
You know who did this for you, man? Sam Hinkie.
Man.
He died for
Shout out
this.
to that man, yo.
He
Shout
died
out to
for
him,
this.
man.
Somebody had a sign, Hinkie died for our sins at the draft yesterday. I swear to God, that was the greatest sign I've ever seen in my life. Love Sam Hinkie. Pause. Tinsley, how do you feel about the direction that
Personally, I'm not listening to the hype that other people are creating. Because as a Philly fan, every year you hear, this is our year, we're going to do it this year, this is different than next. We added 2 key players to the roster, so this has got to be it. So I'm not reading into that shit anymore. I've done that enough. However, with that being said, once you hit the bottom, ain't no place to go but up.
Agreed.
Now, I don't understand. When I say exactly what he just said, I get labeled as a Philly hater. Why is that?
Because you're not a fan of the team.
It's a hating aspect. I'm saying it as a fan realizing truths.
All right, okay.
You say it.
I genuinely say it because I'm speaking the truth as well.
It's because you're not a fan.
You genuinely say it to hate.
I don't hate the Sixers.
But it's that washed up fucking...
Wait a second. Do I hate the Sixers, though?
I don't think.
I don't hate. I follow them on my ESPN.
But
account.
it's different. It's different between like somebody talking about your brother versus you talking about your brother.
All right, fair enough.
It's different.
Like if you was like, God damn, fucking Kyle's a piece of shit, and then if one of your homies was like, yeah, man, your brother ain't shit. You're like, yo, don't you talk to my fucking brother like that? I don't give a fuck if he murdered.
Well, he would
people.
probably joke about his brother, but if it was something serious.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
How about
Wow.
I do with regards to
Wow.
what?
how do you feel about the future of your the immediate future of your team? The direction you're heading in the next couple years.
I expect another second round exit next year. I don't think that the addition of Dwight Howard would be as great as I'd like it to be. I think he's he's terrible. We're going to sign Dwight Howard. We're making him fun.
I think Whiteside.
What are you doing with Whiteside?
I think
Whiteside is gone. He's going to go.
He
to
might
the
sign with
Mavericks.
the Mavericks. Yeah.
Because y'all just interviewed him. I think y'all are talking to him as we speak, or it's just sending out feelers and whatnot.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, he's a good kid. I hope he gets his money from you.
He's a shithead from what I've seen this year.
Yeah,
he's a dumbass.
To be honest, you don't like DeMarcus Cousins. He's worse than DeMarcus Cousins.
I don't like DeMarcus
He's
Cousins.
worse
I can't
than
stand
DeMarcus
DeMarcus Cousins.
Well,
Well,
because Hassan Whiteside actually thinks
and
he's
DeMarcus
really like
Cousins is good.
Yeah, so, like, that's what I'm saying. DeMarcus Cousins is actually good. So, like, you kind of put up with that headache pause. My bad, Kev. Continue.
paybacks in like
The fact is that
Lord, give him the strength.
I hope the one thing I really focus on for next year, and this probably sounds like a very stupid thing to say, is I hope Chris Bosh winds up being well next year. And that's pretty much my goal. I really don't care much for basketball, knowing one of my favorite players is suffering the way they're suffering. But I hope he's well next year. If he's well,
Do you mean him being well as far as retiring, or do you mean well as in playing?
I don't want him to play if it means his life. If he has to retire in order to live, I want him to retire in order to live. Fuck my team. I'm not going to.
It's not even saying fuck your team.
No, I mean as if he is a competitor in the likes of Kobe and Russell Westbrook. He wants to be out there, but fuck the team if that means your life, man.
Yeah, so, and they're not forcing him because they wanted him to.
We are telling him to chill.
Yeah, he wanted to play.
He wants to play. That is the misconception of a lifetime. We do not want him to play. We want him to chill. He wants to play. Him and Mrs. Bosch had tried to lobby for him to play. We are not having that because Satan has seen somebody die on the court, and Eric Spoelstra has seen somebody die on the court, unfortunately.
And by Satan, you mean?
I mean Pat Riley.
Because he's the devil.
If you see Pat Riley, if Pat Riley showed up in a red suit, you would just immediately say, I'm not ready to die yet, Satan. I don't want you to take my soul, Satan. Please, how can I redeem myself, Satan?
That is some powerful stuff right there.
And that right there is your...
And as far as my thoughts on the future of the Indiana Pacers, made a couple deals. You know, I didn't agree with the coach firing, and even more so the hiring of Nate McMillan as our new head coach. It's been a very, very depressing week, but you kind of try to find the light at the end of the tunnel. I think if we sign a couple shooters this offseason, hypothetically, we get like a Nicholas Batum, Courtney Lee, something like that, I'd be more happy with this. Or even if we just trade Monte Ellis for, you know,
a bag of
a half a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you know, I'd be fine with it, you know? Just make sure the jelly is side down, you know, and I'll be fine with it, man. So as long as that isn't our final move, I think we might be all right.
All right. Well, so I think we've effectively gotten all the sports talk we're going to do out of the way today, and when we come back, pretty sure this is going to get out of control. I'm going to have to hit that drop button at least 20 times.
And I promise to tell you what's best for business.
Wow. Be right back. All right. Welcome back, everybody, and it's now time for everybody's favorite segment.
What the fuck?
Kev, take it away.
Gentlemen, this week has not been a good week for the city of Oakland. As you know, as Mook referred to them, Bronx State Warriors lost the NBA Finals on Sunday. On Tuesday, however, a scandal rocked the city of Oakland, dealing with their police department. It all started with one of their police officers killing his wife. He did kill his wife. He decided to call up a few of his fellow cohorts, police officers. They manipulated the scene to make it seem as though his wife committed suicide. Unfortunately, through investigations, they were going to find out that this was in fact a cover-up by a bunch of police officers, in which case he decided to go the honorable way out and kill himself. In killing himself, this police officer wrote a suicide note. In the suicide note, he admits that he had an affair with a child trafficking victim. He's had an affair with a child trafficking victim for many years before the child trafficking victim became 18.
What?
No. Oh, no. It also finds out that he picked out the child trafficking victim during these years to many of his colleagues in the police department. So they all had intercourse with this young lady, and I do mean young lady.
Wow.
We're not done yet. So, the police chief of Oakland had to, of course, resign by the will of the mayor. The mayor appointed another police chief, and it turned out that that police chief was incriminated in the intercourse with the child. That police chief had to resign within a day and a half of working there. The second police chief that she assigned, she had glowing reviews for. He was an incredible man, an impeccable record. He had done so well for the community, and just like that, he resigned in 3 days because an investigation turned out that he also was involved in not only illicit activities with this young lady, but other nefarious things. The city of Oakland has now resigned three police chiefs in less than a week due to this monumental scandal. Now you can say it.
What the fuck?
There you go.
Wow.
Some of us here have interesting views on, higher up officials. But to see that this transpires the way that it does, all for the fact that you had someone take the life of his wife and just couldn't own up to his crime, and even in death, he wound up bringing down everybody in his police department.
I think the people that were having sex with the kids brought themselves down.
They did, but
you can't. Actually, if anything, his death helped to bring it to light, and these hopefully they'll be dealt with accordingly. But
it's an ongoing investigation, and Internal Affairs is having a fantastic time of trying to unravel all of this, because there's also drugs involved. There's also racist activity involved as well too. Just to give a little backstory, some of these officers are of African American descent, so it's just.
I don't give a fuck what color your skin is. If you're raping children,
and racist,
you deserve to go to jail. You deserve to die. But I can't even say that because
I agree.
You know what?
I
don't have a right to. I don't have a right to say
to go to jail.
I can say that, but I don't have a right to say that someone deserves to die. But still, that's
some
disgusting.
people do. But
That's fucking disgusting.
If you are sitting there having sex with an innocent child, you deserve to go to jail. And that, my friend, is what the fuck.
Wow. So anyway, moving on. I think now we can kind of lighten the mood because we've been really sports heavy today, and that was really fucked up.
Sex with children.
That should be called. That should be called what's fucked up. Anyway.
Well, that is the total what the fuck.
Pedophilia is a crime, gentlemen.
True. I'm having trouble bringing up this next topic because I feel like it's kind of making light of the one that we just talked of, but it's not.
You want to bring up something else?
Yeah, you know what? Let's do a less. Let's talk about this week in auction being held for David Bowie's hair, starting at $4,000.
Oh, wonderful!
So, what would be the craziest thing you would buy if you had the money to buy it, Kev?
Are you going to ask me this question as I
before you pour any of that Southern Comfort in that cup, and I have to drop whatever you're about to say? Just why don't you let us know what you would buy if you could, the craziest thing you would buy if you had the money, Kev?
Sean Penn.
Why?
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Give me a.
Just an FYI.
Why would you buy Sean Penn?
So I could punch him in his smug, dirty face. I hate Sean Penn. In fact, no. I want to rephrase that. I don't want to buy Sean Penn. I want to buy Heinz freaking Ward so I can punch him in his freaking smug face because I hate Heinz Ward to death. And if I had the money, I'd buy him just so I could punch him every day, just to alleviate my stress. Just to punch his face and make him cry like a bitch. And that's what I would buy with my money. Heinz fucking Ward.
Oh my God. All right.
I don't think that's being edited. No, it isn't.
More not going yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tinsley.
I can't follow that.
I
Cam, I think you in a segment, man.
Probably every sports team that wasn't like my team, so I could just make a lot of dumbass trades and shit.
All right.
Fair enough.
So
Mook.
I would buy Island.
I'll buy
Get
fucking
away from-
league and make a fantasy draft.
Get away from civilization people.
I think that's a good answer, Mook. I think I would do that. I would buy an island and get the fuck away from people who want to buy people.
I'd buy Heinz Ward in that island so I could just personally fly there and punch him in the face.
So you want to buy an island just for you and Heinz Ward?
I want to buy
Matter of
an
fact,
island.
well,
To put-
you finish.
I'm buying an island to put Heinz Ward on there so I can just punch him and let him just stay there and freaking die.
Okay, before I answer this question, what the hell do you have against Heinz Ward?
The hatred I have for Heinz Ward is everlasting, and it is predicated on the fact that I despise him in every single capacity.
You're a Falcons fan. He's a Steeler.
Couldn't care
I
less.
have more reason to. I mean, I don't have a reason to hate Heinz Ward because he's the man. But
He's a dirty player, and he's a crybaby, and he's a bitch, and I hate him.
wow,
Yeah, I want to change.
you
my
know what else he
answer.
is? He's a Super Bowl champion.
Good. You know what else he is? A crybaby,
Antoine
a
Randall
whiner,
Well.
and a bitch.
But I want to buy Sasha Banks.
A drink?
I said Sasha Banks.
You want to buy her a drink?
I don't get how wise. I don't get how I don't understand.
I want to buy a front row ticket to watch Sasha Banks perform.
All right, I'm going to leave that
She's
one
a
alone.
wrestler.
She is. I'm going to leave that one alone.
There's a soda.
I would buy.
I want to buy a front row ticket. to
I don't
watch
even think it matters what I would
her
buy.
watch Sasha Banks and Naomi a one-on-one match.
So you just want a ticket to WrestleMania?
I'm a wrestling fan, man. I am. I'm a wrestling
Jesus
fan.
Christ.
Yo, can I have?
She's my second favorite wrestler, legit.
Can I
After
have
Seth
like
Rollins.
a freaking Extreme Rules match with like Heinz Ward where I just beat him over the head with a 2x4? Be like the entire time. That'd be pretty cool.
What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Wow. I don't even think it matters what I would buy after all that.
Nah, you right.
I would probably buy Islands of Adventure because I'm. Then again, you know what? No, I don't want anything to do with the state of Florida. All right. I'd probably.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Fuck Florida, man.
I'd probably. I like Mook's idea. I'd buy an island, and it wouldn't be to have somebody there.
I'm just letting it be
I would
known
buy
you're
that.
making this strange, and I've been oddly specific with regards to my hatred for Heinz Ward and beating the ever-loving hell out of him. So whatever you're saying has nothing to do with me punching him in the freaking face with a freaking barbed wire fist so he can understand my suffering.
Okay.
Okay.
Next topic, guys.
All
Fuck
right.
Heinz Ward.
We here at LSR do not condone violence or beating and or maiming Heinz Ward.
I condone Sasha Banks.
Anyway,
I like to talk.
so most hated athletes and entertainers. Or entertainers, I should say. So let's just one at a time and.
Do you think this is who we hate the most or who we think is hated the most?
Let's go with who we think is hated the most as an athlete / entertainer. Kev, Heinz Ward?
No. I think the person that's hated the most is Kanye West.
More?
I think they're universally loved and hated because I hate them personally. I think they're a fraud and a sham. Beyonce,
Like Heinz Ward.
because I hate her. I hate her.
You gonna put that on there?
What is so fraudulent about a thug from the suburbs of Houston? I don't understand that.
Hold on.
I don't see anything fraudulent about that, do you?
I'm gonna throw in my hat to drop that. I don't want them problems.
Yeah, matter of fact,
I don't want them
cut
problems.
that, man. I don't want them to have to be.
problems, yeah.
Fuck Beyonce though. But yeah, cut that shit off, bro.
You don't want this.
I don't want none of them problems.
Rewind, yo. Cause,
Yeah,
this
for real,
nigga's gonna find his address. He had the fucking bar waiting for this nigga. He gonna get jumped somewhere,
cut that, man. Cut that out. Somebody else. Fuck that.
Tinsley?
He's asleep.
No, he
Did
won't.
not sleep.
You were just snoring.
A little bit, but I was like awake snoring.
Fair enough.
Fucking drunk guy on the cut.
Nah, bro, cut that
Actually,
part.
not even drunk.
All right, so most hated athlete or entertainer?
Tinsley?
I think he's stinking.
Is it the,
Probably,
somebody trying to wake you up?
nah.
Just say Heinz Ward. I agree.
Man, that's not almost hated athlete.
Mine.
Probably,
No, who you think
boring as no talent having steroid abusing wrestler.
I hope the guy you're not talking about the man Roman Reigns.
Batista? Roman Reigns. Ryback.
Batista was more irritating.
Agreed.
I still don't know who he just selected.
I'm guessing
Roman
it's
Reigns.
Oh, Roman Reigns. Okay, all right.
He's just boring.
in my opinion, the most hated athlete is the God, the best ever, Floyd Money.
I changed my vote to that one.
That's right.
Cheers to that one.
They hate him. They hate to see
TBE.
black men
Exactly.
coming in there beating all those Hispanic fighters.
He's also
weekend.
He's also beaten other black
Oh, of
fighters.
course, yeah.
I'm saying, when he comes
It's-
out
it's-
singing the Maya word and sombrero.
People spit
Because they hit him because that was disrespectful.
I'm not saying
And
he
Floyd
wasn't.
Mayweather is a piece of shit.
I'm not saying he doesn't deserve a lot of it because he is.
He
a piece of
is
shit.
the
He's
best
a terrible
ever.
human being, but he
He
is hated.
plays on you guys' hatred.
Exactly.
People
He's a heel.
pay millions of dollars to
I have
see
not
him
spent
lose,
1 cent
and he
to
has
watch
not.
Floyd Mayweather.
I did last year.
I did too.
He has
I
not
spent
lost.
money to watch him beat Manny Pacquiao up to give him a boxing lesson because he did.
As he's
Shout out
been
to you,
doing
Skip
for
Bayless.
49 fights, 49-0, the best ever.
Possibly 50 and all.
That's
Hey,
right.
yeah.
Don't never disrespect him, all right?
Pacquiao gonna lose to Adrian Broner.
You know who I hope one of those 49 and all came from? Fucking Heinz Ward, man.
Jesus, oh my God. Anyway,
Right?
I genuinely don't know because I don't know. I tend to think.
A lot of most hated people
Differently.
are the most loved as well.
Well, then in that case,
Because
I'll
it's
go with
LeBron.
someone that I can't stand.
Like LeBron.
Taylor Swift.
Oh.
No,
Is she
she's
hated
not
like
hated.
that?
She's not
Yes.
hated.
I think she is
I'll tell you
hated.
what,
I just don't think it's to that level.
If you're not
people are starting to hate her for turning pop.
Katy
if,
Perry fans hate her with the
Fair
freaky
enough.
passion.
if you're not deaf,
I get that.
then you probably hate her because she can't sing.
I
I
heard
think
that
she
song
whack,
that Kanye
but,
West.
I think she's whack too, but she's like irrelevant to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know too many people who like.
You know what? I'm shocked.
Really
I'm
have an
shocked
opinion
that
on it.
nobody brought up Kim Kardashian.
Because
I would
what-
think that she would
Yeah,
be
I don't hate.
number
I don't-
one.
The thing is,
She's
I
hated,
can't
but
hate
a
Kim
lot of people
Kardashian because I respect her hustle.
No, it's not
You
about
should,
who we
you
hate.
should.
It's about who,
Yeah, this
who, in our opinion, who we
I think
think
people
hate
are
the
respecting
most.
the hustle too.
Yeah, I respect her hustle, man.
I know. I think
respect
people
her.
hate her. You know,
They, a lot of people do, but a whole lot of people love her as well.
Because it's like, what else can you say about the woman who's literally running
Well,
an
this
entire
this
network?
isn't our opinion.
I
on it.
understand
It's
that, but what
something
can people say about her?
Well,
That
they
she's
still
a
hate her,
slut
that's
who's
the thing.
famous for showing her ass.
Well,
And
that's pretty much all.
But is she
Wait
really?
a second. Wait a second.
Is she
Jack.
really a
Is
slut?
Is she really a slut? Are you slut shaming her? Amber
No,
Rose is
not
going to have a
even.
word with
Not
you
even,
while
though.
she's twerking in front of her son. Okay?
What?
Not even, yo. But like a lot of
R.
like
Kelly
those
was
sexual partners, she was in relationships with.
That's also
Like
very
Ray
good
J.
People don't
Yeah.
give her credit for that.
I'm
bitch.
sorry.
Yeah, like Ray
I'm
J.
sorry.
Speaking
Slut
of
was
Ray
the
J,
wrong.
guys.
Slut was the wrong choice of words. So I will change it to shameless skank.
No,
Is that
I
better?
think she's just open with her sexuality.
So yeah, no.
The thing is that
And let me be clear.
Saying you're
Kim
open.
Kardashian to most people is considered attractive. If she was not attractive, if she did not fit the criteria of attractive and put that sex tape out, we would not be singing her praises. So let's not sit
I'm
here
not
and
singing
pretend.
her praises.
Okay.
I just think
I'm
she's
singing her praises because her business acumen is phenomenal, and you cannot hate on the fact that she's.
So if Oprah Winfrey put out a sex tape, we'd be sitting here saying the same thing.
Excuse me, I saw The Color Purple.
If you can make money off of looking good, you all right with me. Man.
I'm just saying.
I don't
That's
have
what
to
she's
care.
famous for.
Okay.
She's not famous for anything
And
else.
that's good.
That's
And
fine.
look at
That's
what
fine.
she's done with
I'm not
that.
saying she's talented anyway. I just think she was smart in making money off of the way she looks or the way she paid to look. And that's fine.
And you can't say the fact, I mean, she's sitting here and that's how she became relevant. That sex tape came out almost 10 years ago. She's still going strong. The E! Network is dedicated to her and her family. She's put on her entire family. And she has a husband right now who is
She's a jackass.
Yeah,
Exactly. But guess what? She supports him.
visionary.
And she continues on with her life. You can't hate that.
I can.
A genius.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of
faking
Kim
like she like
Kardashian,
killer.
Let's
all
talk
right,
about Kim Kardashian.
we're going to move on to our next segment.
I was going to
Uh,
segue it that way like
well,
that.
We're going to move on to our next segment. That's booty, and no, it's not what you think. Okay,
But
has nothing to do with Kim Kardashian, but one of her former lovers.
Padres.
All right, yeah.
Confident.
So, the question on my screen here. Oh, by the way, That's Booty is brought to us by the Breakfast of Champions Bootios because they make sure.
You ain't booty.
So
What's that booty?
we got 2 boxes of Bootios for Ray J and Nick Cannon. The question posed here. The question posed here is,
Speaking
who
of,
was more relevant
Cannon was in it too.
and successful?
Yeah.
Kev.
The question is, we are comparing the careers of Nick Cannon and Ray J. Two individuals that have had
Are we
intercourse with
comparing,
Kardashian.
Now,
the career or the lack
no. Whoa, what?
Lack
Comparing
thereof.
the career or the lack
Oh, I'm sorry, I misheard. All right, listen. All I'm saying is this:
Right?
I'm gonna just set the floor here, and the 4 of you guys can hash this one out. I'm staying out of this because, anyway,
Yeah, you don't want to upset Mook.
I
No,
would like to stay
I'm
out
staying
of
out of
this
it
as well.
because it, to me this has no
This
relevance.
was Kev's topic,
But
not
hold
mine.
on. Both, if you want to call it this, have a background in music. Both, if you want to call it this, have a background in acting. So they have some things in common.
Yeah.
And apparently they
Reality
both.
shows as well.
What's that?
Reality
television, which isn't really reality because if you have a camera following you around, you don't act like yourself. But whatever.
Tell that to Mook.
So we're gonna just go ahead and everyone will have their say. Let's try not to go over a minute on this.
Okay.
Kev, you're up.
Okay. The most relevant between the two is Nick Cannon, the God, the invincible one. Simply because of the fact that, given his talents, he wasn't brought in by his big sister. He wasn't brought in to be the next big thing. He was just a guy who was on all that, who just took his break and ran with it, and had the most successful career between these two. In fact, Nick Cannon stays winning. Ask Mariah.
All right, now I'm gonna get involved. How dare you? Don't you ever disrespect Mariah Carey, the greatest of all time.
Okay,
All right?
good.
Go.
Nick Cannon, because Nick Cannon is on, NBC, and Ray J is on, was it VH1 or MTV? One of them are relevant networks that show bad reality shows.
It's very relevant.
What's the show called that he's on?
He's on Love and Hip Hop.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And I think he might have his own show.
Oh,
as
you
well.
think? It doesn't matter what you think. All right, now go ahead, Tinsley.
By the way, Mariah Carey.
I think I
had
won.
Nick Cannon
I think
show.
I won there. Go ahead,
Kev?
no, sorry. Ray J's name isn't tattooed on anybody's back. All right, go ahead, Tinsley.
Considering one of them has a career and the other one doesn't,
Wait, who has a career and who doesn't?
I believe Nick Cannon has a career and Ray J is a washed up never was.
Oh, my
But
God.
I can quote Nick Cannon songs.
I have to make it a mention
Really?
on one of my things as well.
Quote any Ray J songs.
So I have to make a little amendment. I'm sorry. Nick Cannon is also on MTV as well. Wilding Out.
Yeah,
Because that's his show.
MTV2.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but that's Nick Cannon's Wilding Out.
Nick Cannon presents.
Yeah, Ray J doesn't have his own show. It's not the Ray J show.
He had his own show. That's why.
He had Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon is 2000 and late.
Excuse me.
Nick Cannon is 2000 relevant.
2000 and late.
And 2000 on NBC.
Excuse me.
Ray J is
Excuse me.
Getting money.
Excuse Kev.
I'm just saying. Not only MTV, but he actually has 3 shows because he's on BET, The Real Husbands of Hollywood.
Yeah. So funny.
Has Ray J ever been in a movie?
I'm sure he probably has.
Sure, he has.
Yeah, actually, he has been in a movie. We were talking about it in an earlier segment.
Has Ray J been in a paying real movie? Not
Ray
a
J.
One of the people that was
trying to
paid
be
for
the
being.
star of some female sex tape.
Ray J's movie probably did bigger than any Nick Cannon movie
Okay,
ever.
has he been in a real motion picture and not some
there
female
was a lot of
real
motion
show.
going on.
A real show.
Motion
Where
and
he tried to be
notion.
the
Does he have his
star.
own show?
Okay, so we're going to avoid the question.
He had his own show.
That was that night.
In
We're gonna talk around the
2008 or
question.
9.
And Nick Cannon does now.
Yeah,
Saying
Nick
no, he's
Cannon's
never
late.
been in a
Who
real
set
motion
the
picture.
trend?
Nick Cannon, actually.
No, Ray J did.
No, he
Ray
didn't.
J did.
No, he didn't.
For the love of Ray J, remember that.
So that came up before.
Drumline.
That came up before Flavor of Love and I Love New York and all that stuff.
Go ahead. Mook?
I'm sick of you guys hating on the guy. Ray J don't take no losses out here, okay? The man is responsible. His penis is responsible for the Kardashians' success. Alone.
O.J. Simpson is responsible for the Kardashians' success.
No, nobody knew who they were until
Robert
Ray J was busting that girl open.
No. The man, Bruce Jenner, was responsible.
What?
He was
He was a man.
Yeah, at that point.
Okay.
At that point, an Olympic athlete.
She was cheating on her.
How dare you
Allegedly.
spread this man's business? Okay.
Allegedly.
She was cheating on her husband. With
This is
Bruce.
all allegations. Okay. Did you see her have sex with someone else? So it's speculation.
Exactly.
Shut your face. All right. I was gonna call you a bad word.
Can
But I
finish
respect
my
you and I
point?
love
Let him finish his point
Fuck
about
your point. Fuck
Ray J is a West Coast legend.
Said no one.
The first blood out there making songs.
shout out to Lil Wayne.
Okay, he's got a song on his first album called Centerview.
Wait, what's his album called?
His first album, I couldn't tell you,
Okay.
but he has Centerview.
Okay.
He's a Centerview Pyro. All right, he's a blood.
Where's Lil Wayne?
Who got VH1 popping? Back when VH1 wasn't even messing with black
Baba
people. like
Video.
Are we
Who had their own
glorifying
show?
gangbangers?
Who had their own show?
Flavor Flav?
No,
Flavor Flav?
Ray
New
J.
York?
Flavor
Flavor Flav was way
When
before that.
Flavor Flav's flame ran out, who did they tap into? The
New York.
man,
New York.
Ray J.
But nobody was
I'm sorry,
watching.
Don't you do
I'm
it?
sorry, hold on a second.
Flavor
After
Flav did
Flavor
it.
Flav, it was Brett Michaels, Rock of Love.
Ooh.
The Rock of Love tour bus.
Ooh, and
How
the
long was
surreal
that out?
life.
I didn't
Like
know
4 or
because
5
Flavor
years.
Maybe
Flav
a year.
Wait, so are we glorifying gangbangers?
How dare you?
Well,
With these hoodlums.
so 3-1 for what it's worth.
Do you have any input?
All I have are statistics here. Ray J's net worth is $6 million. Nick Cannon's is $50 million. However, Mook brought up a good point.
Money don't make the man.
Mook brought up a good point.
Agreed.
I do believe that Ray J is responsible. I'm not going to use the exact terminology used, but Ray J is largely responsible for the Kardashian success.
Pause.
They are worth about $135 million.
I mean,
And just for the record, since somebody had some shit to say about Mariah Carey, her net worth is $520 million.
okay, all right. So, hold on. What is a bigger feat? Having sex with her when she was not relevant at the point, or having sex with her after she is relevant and has money?
Hey man, I'm not.
Hey,
He was having sex with her after that
he's
came out, yo.
Nick Cannon
For a
was.
little while.
Nick Cannon
No,
was.
for a little
Why is
while.
he
Nick Cannon hit Amber Rose too. Because Nick Cannon out here winning.
Hey, All I'm
He's not
doing.
even worth a fifth of what.
Don't shoot the stat guy. I'm just
Alright,
reading the
so
stats.
if you mind me asking,
I'm just
since
saying.
we're talking about relevancy,
He's not responsible for their relevancy.
Hold on a second.
He's not even worth a fifth of what one
hold
of them
on,
was.
hold on a second.
That's not necessarily true.
That is
He
absolutely
didn't get
true.
paid.
He don't even got the money. He don't even got the money that Rob got.
If you mind
And
me
Rob
asking,
don't do
though,
nothing but lay
the
lay
gentleman,
himself down.
To Black China.
if you mind me asking, Wild 'N Out has brought out quite a few talents, including the lovable and talented Kevin Hart.
Agreed.
So,
Yeah.
Kevin would be responsible
Yeah.
for Kevin
No,
Hart.
yo.
He
Kevin
did.
Hart was already popping.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. When Wild 'N Out first came out.
Shut your damn mouth.
Exactly.
yo.
When
Kevin
Wild 'N
Hart-
Out first came out,
Kevin
yeah.
Hart, Kevin
Yes.
Hart was popping.
No, you're
already,
lying.
yo.
You're not telling the truth.
Kevin Hart was popping.
No,
already.
he wasn't.
Okay.
He was popping in Philly.
Exactly, and that don't mean nothing. Just how Mook think other people that's popping in Philly, like Meek Mill, matter in the real world.
Shout out to Philly's Most Wanted.
Shout out to him.
I hope y'all live.
And for what it's worth, Kevin Hart's net
Yeah.
worth is $62 million, more than Nick Cannon
And Raider.
and Ray J put together.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. So anyway, in my opinion, both Nick Cannon and Ray J are booty, so they will both be receiving a
that's
box
why
of
I get-
bootios. Don't you dare bring her name in this again.
Well, I'm saying Nick
Why?
did.
I have
For
to
years.
because, she has to call Nick Cannon, when she wants to talk about the children that they
Yeah.
had together.
Does Ray J have children with anyone relevant?
He doesn't have any children.
Nick Cannon was. Well, never. I'm not even going there. I'm not even going there.
All right.
I'm not doing it.
All right, let me
Now-
last statement. Mariah Carey took care of Nick Cannon when he was sick. Just saying.
Ray J can't afford to have kids.
Ray J can't afford to be sick because he doesn't have health insurance.
Oh my God. All
All
right.
right, next topic.
The next topic, Mook. I believe it's time for Mook's spooky stories, and I'm
No,
just
this is
curious.
an album review.
Earlier, well,
We have stories
there's a
later.
question I do
Yeah,
have.
stories later.
All right. So you want to do an album review first, and then I have a question for you.
Can I?
Yeah, I wanted to review, give you my review of Wale's new
Let him say what he
mixtape.
got to say.
I understand, but I just want to interject. You don't give Mook a better interest in that. You just,
Mhm.
there you go. Mook's story, something like that. That's
Woo! Geek Chris.
exactly.
Wow.
You spooky.
So Wale's new mixtape.
Yeah, Summer on Sunset.
Uh-huh.
It's supposed to be documenting his move from Washington, D.C. to L.A.
Mhm.
He said he needed to clear his head.
Mhm.
And this mixtape is, I guess, a result of it. It's got a few features on there. I believe Rick Ross is on there.
Yes.
Game?
No, was the game on there? I know the Dog Pound is on there.
Game.
And yeah, surprisingly enough, he has a song featuring Jim Ross,
Yes. Yes,
and
it does.
which is followed by interlude by Triple H.
Yes, it does.
The game.
Jim Ross doesn't really do anything on the song. He says it's a slobber knocker in the beginning, and Wale proceeds to hit you with hard hitting punchlines, I guess.
Man, did he stop a mud hole in him? Yo, your silence was the best response.
So it was followed by this interlude by Triple H. Yeah, that's the song.
With Jim Ross?
Yeah, Jim Ross says two things, and that's the feature.
Talk about Bill Parker.
Yeah. Stop the damn match or something.
All right.
Wale is
Yeah, he's a huge
Allegedly,
wrestling fan.
huge wrestling fan. And yeah, Triple H is on there trying to making some very unfunny jokes. He tried, but he didn't. I didn't get it.
How many songs were on the mixtape?
I think it's like 18 or 19.
I was about to ask, did you want to go through most of them? But
Nah,
that sounds like a lot.
that's
So-
not-
Well, do you give this a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle?
it's kind of a poppy mixtape. Like it's a lot of like sing-songy songs.
So it's
on
not
there.
really your thing.
No, I actually like it. I'm a beat man.
So you give it a thumbs up?
So
Or
I would
kinda
give it
from
a
slightly up?
thumbs up. But if you're
Is it a thing?
So that's something else. That's just
Oh, my
something
bad. I
else.
thought that might have
Alright,
been it.
yeah.
That was,
But yeah, it's not Wale. If you're looking for
something different.
lyricism,
Well, Wale really isn't for lyricism, in my opinion.
allegedly he is. This is not the
No, let
place
him
where
finish
you
his
hear
review.
a lot of poppy songs.
So you think it's different? So you think Wale is showing growth as an artist right now, even if you don't think it's in the right direction?
I think Wale is coming out with an album and he has some extra songs.
Okay, so you think it's just you think this is just the loose bits that won't make the album?
Yeah.
Okay, fair. So you think it's just throwing mistake?
I mean it's cool though.
Okay. You finished? You want Kev to?
Kev, you got something you want to say?
Yes, I do. Starters, I'm going to turn this over. There we go. Just want to get approval with regards to that. You can probably see over there.
Yeah. What's your
Alright.
opinion?
So, because I work with a lot of younger coworkers, they've listened into and shared Wale's mixtape with me. So I was privy to hearing a few songs and tracks off of said mixtape. It is not my taste. It's not for me. Because quite frankly, I prefer a little bit more depth to rhyming. And I didn't get that depth there. However, Wale is supported by, Jerry Seinfeld, and thus gets a thumbs up. And that's how I feel about that. I will tell you, it's far better than any mixtape made by Meek Mill. And that's my contribution.
So, speaking of Jerry Seinfeld, this is actually my favorite Wale song right here. It's featuring Jerry Seinfeld in the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
And it's actually called The Matrimony, which kind of brings me to my question here. There was a status posted on Facebook recently by one Mook Murray. So I thought it was real. I commented congratulations, and then I saw a bunch of messages by some other individuals. So would you care to explain why we saw the status we saw?
Yeah, I would like to clear it up now. You know what I mean? The only thing I did wrong was be a good
Well,
friend.
why don't you say what happened?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. So I have a friend, a female friend, who she calls me for advice sometimes. She's dealing with a young Latin man, and allegedly this guy is not being 100, as we say in the streets.
What does that mean to the non-street
He's
fella?
not keeping it all the way real. So she's kind of bipolar. So basically, she's spazzed on him.
This is not funny.
She spazzed on him on Facebook one time, and he blocked her from his page. So, but she's still been stalking his page because allegedly he's communicating with an ex-girlfriend on said Facebook page. So she told me that she wanted to get him to post on his Facebook that he was in a relationship, and but she's also not keeping it 100 out here.
Well,
So
you want to
she
air her
doesn't-
business out?
Yeah,
Okay.
she doesn't want her friends to know about said relationship. So she called me wondering if, if the... are you taking this out?
No.
She was wondering if... she was wondering if he put that up there, would it show up on her page? So I was like, hey, no, I don't think so. Matter of fact, I'll do it now. I'll show you. So I set my status to in a relationship. She said, I said, do you see it? She said, yes. So then I quickly changed my status back to single. But unfortunately, I I didn't know that the status would stay up there. So you can imagine my horror when I woke up that morning, had a few text messages and some comments on Facebook of some females that were not too pleased.
So this was just kind of like you were just trying to help someone out, basically.
It was me being a friend backfiring on me.
All right. So, well, I mean, so Mook is still single.
I'm definitely still single. I would also like to add that these gentlemen also on this podcast came in and trolled me to death.
Hey, I said congrats because I thought you were in a relationship.
I wanted to congratulate my big cousin.
I didn't know what was going on with
I thought he was in a happy, committed relationship. I know, I think if you're 31 now, and it might be time. You might.
Gotta put my age on.
I apologize.
Well, I'll say that on the status, I'm
can I-
not carrying COVID pictures. That's
See,
the big behind.
see, I didn't do that. You might be in that age.
You paid for it earlier.
You might be in that age where you want to settle down. I want you to be happy, man. I'm your little cousin. I was raised as your little brother. I want you to be happy. All right.
Well, yeah, it's not. Don't worry about me. I'm good.
Do you want to talk
I'm
about any of these messages, texts you received, or?
Are you par for the course?
See, I'm not going there.
Was just getting some. Who is it? Congratulations, nigga.
Wow.
So what do you think those were about?
I think it was some upset.
Let me ask you. If I could.
He's single, ladies.
The young ladies that are mad at you, quote unquote, are you are they young ladies that you involved?
Let's not do this one. Let's not do this one. We don't want to put his business out there any more than we already have.
All right, so
Let's keep the mystique alive.
ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That was Mook's
wait, no.
I thought we weren't going to put his business out there.
He has something else he wants to speak
I
about.
have a question for you guys.
Tinsley, you should probably wake up for this one.
I've been talking to a older woman. About 45.
45.
This is the good thing about being in your 30s. You finally get access to the old heads. They tell you too young when you in your 20s. So now I got access.
But she's all
So,
out, though.
No, yeah.
See, come on, man.
Yeah.
Let him say what he got to say.
Right, yeah. Right.
Man. All right, so
Let him say what he got to say.
go ahead.
Do you guys have any advice on dealing with an older woman?
Oh, I thought you was going to ask the other thing. Are you going to?
I don't think
All
that's...
right.
Yeah,
Hey, I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you.
Well, I will tell you that women do mature physically and mentally faster than men. So you're just going to put it this way. You chug a beer, you burp, you undo your pants, put your feet up and relax. All right? But you sip a fine wine. You understand what I'm saying? All right? Treat it with class.
You are an old bastard.
Listen, I'm not old. I just know how to treat a lady. You can ask my wife.
I think he's giving me advice on my other topic right there. Sip that wine slow. There you go, man.
Bruh.
Appreciate it, man.
So you're not...
I'm doing it, yeah.
All right, well, you want to cut this bullshit because you know this bullshit and get to it?
I'm very confused. I don't know what's going on.
All right, so you're not going to do it?
I want to give my advice.
You know what I'm talking about.
Too much for this.
All right, that's fine.
I want to give my advice. Shit,
I thought that's what you were going to talk about.
Yeah, man.
Flat out, it's very simple, very easy. You have to always keep it 100 with a mature, older woman.
You should always keep it 100 with women.
Whatever.
Listen to me when I tell you, we're not going to do this, guys, because that's going to set me up to say something bad, and I don't want to say something bad about the gentleman in question here.
I don't know what that means.
Pretty much, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
The fact is that with her, you can't bullshit her. You have to treat her and, and keep it 100 with her. Simple as that. If you decide not to keep it 100 with her, as never mind with regards to that. Just keep it 100 with her, and that's always fine.
Just pretty much be honest with her. If you want to be with her, which is she gonna listen to this?
No.
All right.
Now you just said the exact same thing I did. So you understand what I mean, man.
Well, no.
Yeah, well,
I ain't saying shit at the club, bro.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna be with her, just don't front like you want to be and all this other stuff to get it. If you already in there, just stay in there and don't fuck it up, bro.
There you go. Keep it on.
Skins, I know you got some advice because you dealt with plenty of older women, some mothers.
And y'all, I see. You know, I didn't put out business.
Skins, you got anything?
I think he's asleep. He fucking drank himself to sleep.
You have any comments?
Yeah, he's drunk as fuck.
You have any comments? Nah.
Oh my god! Y'all know what that terminology means, by the way.
What?
Yeah.
I do, but he was saying it's too soon.
Oh, he doesn't
the
know.
Orlando situation.
Should I tell him since it's going to be cut any which way? You don't really care?
No, I think he was just cutting out what you just.
Well, does
you
Drake?
did
Do you know what that means?
I have no idea what that means.
Oh,
Guys, listen, you have to understand. I'm from way up north. You know,
That
the west
means
side of
you can come inside of
from
it.
the old.
Wow. Wow.
That's what.
Yeah, that's what they call it. They call
Wow.
it shooting up the club.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm saying, like Mook said, it might be a little too soon
yeah, I don't know
because of the Orlando
Yeah.
situation. Rest
Right.
in
All
peace.
right, then just
I
put
mean-
inside of her whatever you want.
No, there you go.
It's you
Put
young
your
single
penicillin
guys and your
What did they
terminology.
say on South Park? What did he say? Put your dick inside of her pee or whatever?
Put your hoo-hoo dilly in her treasure, man.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So
It's South Park.
we're gonna wrap this week up. I hope you're all entertained. Please email us with any comments.
LSRpod@gmail.com.
lsrpod@gmail.com. Have a fantastic night. I will not be here for next week's show. I'll be in North Carolina, but I'm sure the fellas will hold it down.
Godspeed.
All right.
And vote Hillary Clinton.
I don't know if anyone has any parting words, but
I do.
Okay.
I do. My parting words are very simplistic, very easy. Do well by people. Don't mess around with people.
Anyone
It's
else?
2016. A lot of people are going away right now. Let the stupid shit go. Treat each other as you're supposed to be treated. Because damn if you don't know how much time you have on this planet.
Anyone else?
Yeah, man. Is it bad that I was waiting for the
Yeah.
perverted punchline?
Yeah,
All right.
Alright,
And I shall end this on a note with regards to a song.
See, now I can't say what I was going to say, so never mind.
Maybe we should start doing sober podcasts.
I'm sober.
Sam is not. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week.
Rest in peace to Nancy and Daniel Benoit. 9 years. Rest in peace.
All righty.